Questions. Do you know who you really are? What lies deep and dead inside, but wonder why you cry? Looking up, screaming, asking God why? Do you envision flying into the skyline or find yourself just trying to unwind? Or maybe you enjoy the days of lazy and wish upon a star, inside secretly questioning your purpose of who you really are. You try to raise up, look up, and stand up and out into afar, but question why the world constantly raises the bar, making you question who you really are. It screams, look down, casting stranger danger to you all the black and brown. So sad to see the self-proclaimed rangers all around, inviting you to swim, but then sit and watch you drown. Natural for a head to drop, but stop and consider your life. God created you, and though inside you don't always seem right, this is where our inner selves have to choose. Gloves on, it's time to fight. Don't let words of who you are not ever dim your light or ever ignite rage, but instead turn the page. Go to God and truly engage. Lay at his feet no matter your age. For I promise you, he will ignite in you that spirit of fight, not flight. But you must listen, because you're not always right. Time to let go of some people and places that for years held you so tight. God is wanting to do a new thing, one that causes your spirit to sing. But you must be mindful of all that you bring, because now is where we look into good books and choosing to intentionally refrain from people and things that intentionally choose to drain one's brain. No more calling on cars to just sit at bars with all of your scars. It's time to evolve. And past hurts and pains, it's time to dissolve. Mystery over what was allowed to happen, it's not up to us to solve. It's time for us to evolve. We are called. It's time. As questions can often be disguised as suggestions from him, for one to really look within, so we can begin to twin with whom God, our creator, breathing life into us like an inhaler, into you, growing up and taking you into the venues that he has chosen and prepared for you. For I promise you, he sees who he has created us all to be, and he alone holds the key. Died so that we can all be free. But he also sees that we have a tendency to accept for so long, while we're feeling so strong, while remaining so wrong, and then question where God's gone. Year after year, it's the same old song. Then mad at him because he's taking too long. Question if his truth is applicable, and if we really belong. But I believe that in a world that uses real thick frosting to distort and contort till one's nauseous or unconscious, whom encourage all to call on God, but be real cautious, I say boldly, God, we are your servants and we're ready. No more questions. Bring balance to our wavering. Help us to be steady. Calm the anxiousness in our bellies. Confidence, applications accepted. And please help those that are frozen, stone neglected, and then negativity infected. Lord, you see what is in us. The lust, the distrust, the past hurts covered in rust, our creative spirits covered in dust. Healing now is a must. Like a magician, curtains lifted, allow us to for our focus to shift, and to those that only pull out our gifts, you're here in this year. And as we question the lives that we used to live, older, more mature, we're ready for all that you want to give. Please help us to forgive and not dig deeper into a world filled with selections of possessions that once acquired, admired happiness, but you still sit and question and still have these suggestions. But for me, there will only be one recommendation for all of our nation, only source for a soul's hydration, and for all humanity and creation. The answer is always the Lord's salvation.